Now, question of the day, our target, what about normal force applied by inclined plane on the block, and what about frictional force? Look here very carefully, how can determine step by step. Okay, first step, make free body diagram of the block along which direction? Capital X axis and Y axis. Clear? So how can resolve? Look, mg always work on downwards. For simplicity point of view, we have taken g this be equal to 10 meter per second square. Okay, otherwise you can take 9.8. Okay, clear? mg always work on downward direction. So 10 into g. Component of 10g along y axis, this one is 37 degree. So 10g cos 37, and here 10g sin 37. Cos 37, that is 0.8, so that is 80 Newton, and this one is 0.6, so we got how much? 60 Newton. Clear? Okay. Next, component of 10 Newton along this direction, 10 cos 37, and this one is 10 sin 37. Cos 37 is 0.8, so that is 8 Newton, and this is 6 Newton. Okay. Normal force applied by inclined plane on the block, that is N1. So we have considered N1 like that one. I hope so understand. Okay, next target, net force along capital X Y axis is how much? 0. Why? Because of this block is not moving along this direction, capital X Y axis. Okay, so look, N1 plus 6, upward force N1 plus 6, N1 plus 6, downward force is 80 plus 20 plus 80, that is 100. So N1 is how much? 100 minus 6, that is 94 Newton. Okay, so N1 is basically 94 Newton. Okay, clear? After that, if you see very carefully, clear or not? Here 6 into N6 plus N1, this will be equal to 20 plus 980. Okay, it's okay. N1 is now next target, frictional force, limiting friction, mu s into N1. So 94 into 0.2. So 0.2 into 94. So what about 8 and okay, 18.8 Newton. And kinetic friction, mu k into N1. Mu k is how much? Mu k is how much? 0.1. So 0.1 into 94. So we got 9.8 Newton. Clear? Sorry, 9.4 Newton. Clear? Now, net force along capital X axis is how much? 60 plus 60, 120 minus 8. So we got 112 Newton, 12 Newton. Now this force, applied force, is basically greater than limiting friction. It means this block is going on downward direction. Clear? So according to Newton's second law, unbalanced force equal to mass into acceleration. So 112 minus how much? Kinetic friction. Kinetic friction is 9.4. This will be equal to mass 10 into A. So A this will be equal to, that is how much? 112 minus 9.4, that is okay, divided by 10, then we got 10.26 meter per second square. So according to question, normal force 94 Newton and kinetic friction, frictional force is how much? 9.4 Newton. But if you ask what about the acceleration of the block, so simply 10.26 meter per second square is the right answer. Make it. Okay.